This e-reader portion of the game is actually well worth the time. Having been included in this final Mario Advance entry, it makes the package feel like a celebration of sorts. One final hurrah for the series of Mario Advance ports. I had a lot of fun with these levels. I must admit, however, that some of them, particularly the first two at least, kinda sucked. Which is a bit ironic being the first ones you'd likely play. Whose idea was it to introduce the players with an auto-scroller? That being said, you're not forced an order in which to play these. See, unlike the traditional portion of the game, here you're given a small hub world where one tile gives you a level selection in which to select the level you want to play. This makes sense as the e-reader would only read a set number of levels per card, so you wouldn't have unlocked all these levels had you been playing it the legitimate way, unless you owned all the e-reader cards for the game. While I can confirm that was the way in which to unlock the levels, I've never even used an e-reader before, so I can only speculate on how it really integrated with the game. When you first enter this hub world, you'll notice a number of new ideas, like a tile for swapping characters between Mario and Luigi, a castle, and 3 differently colored toad houses. The toad houses here are basically minigame suites, but otherwise hold the same function as they do throughout the main game. They're locked at first, but you can unlock them by collecting a number of advance coins. Advance coins are practically the same as the ace coins found in Super Mario Advance. There are other coins to collect in these e-reader levels called e-coins. These are displayed in the castle in the hub world, as a bit of a trophy collection, I suppose. I wasn't able to interact with them in the castle, so I'm led to believe they don't actually do anything. So what really makes these e-reader levels so special? While on first impression they may appear to be no more than an extension to the base game, Nintendo took the time to make a lot of these levels distinctly unique from one another and the main game itself. For one, a lot of them incorporate ideas from titles both before and after Super Mario Bros. 3. Included is Cape from Super Mario World, along with a number of enemies from that game like Charge and Chuck. Also included are level set pieces from Super Mario 2, like these sand blocks, and returning are the vegetables which can be plucked and thrown at enemies. Unlike in Mario 2, you won't get a heart for a veggie combo, or even this game's equivalent, a mushroom, but you still get those additional points if that's something that would matter to you. Probably the best factor in play for the e-reader levels are their design. While some of them share the same problems with the base game's transition to the Game Boy Advance, more of these felt designed with the limitations of the console in mind. I think it might come down to who designed them. The quality between some of them is certainly questionable. For those that are good though, they're often great. Yeah, you deserve that e-reader exclusive front flip Mario. A lot of them work around puzzles that keep a sharp eye to the game's mechanics. There's one level that has a room in which a P-switch is usable, which turns coins into blocks. This is next to a block that spawns a coin snake. Using both will turn the coin snake into a block snake, which you'll use with skill to properly create a bridge underneath a door that you need to pass through to progress. Ideas like this are absolutely thrilling, and thankfully these e-reader levels are no stranger to them. Most of what I played had some sort of quirky gimmick that made exploring each one a blast. Now, despite the fun I had with the e-reader levels, there are a few integrations here and there that I felt were quite unnecessary. Firstly would be the lives counter. All this really does is occupy more time. When you run out of lives, you click continue, and there you go, right back where you left off. Now, the most prominent issue with the e-reader levels is that, to play them, you need both an e-reader and some of the game cards. That, at this point, is practically unattainable unless purchasing through eBay, and even then some of these cards can get pretty expensive. The only reasonable way to play these levels legitimately now is through the Wii U's Virtual Console. This official digital download includes the base game with each e-reader level, including some of them which were unavailable in North America and European markets. These all become instantly playable as they would have been on the original hardware with an e-reader. It's the way to go, but first you'll need to get a Wii U if you don't already own one. Yeah, there's no real easy way around this.